Welcome to Giant Discovery, where we unveil the microscopic monsters ruling the undergrowth with terror, precision, and absolutely lethal evolutionary weapons. Beneath our feet lies a hidden battlefield where size does not matter, and the smallest creatures cast the darkest shadows. Today we explore the invisible world of tiny predators that have evolved into the most efficient killing machines on our planet. From the humid depths of the Amazon rainforest to the arid deserts, these hunters have mastered the art of biological warfare. We will witness agonizing stings, overwhelming swarms, armored tanks, and speeds that defy the limits of biological vision and reaction. Our journey begins deep within the heart of the Amazon, home to a creature whose reputation is built on pure pain. Meet the bullet ant, a solitary sentinel of the rainforest floor, known locally as the 24-hour ant of suffering. It earned its terrifying name because a single sting from this insect is often compared to being shot by a gun. The pain is immediate, intense, and relentless, causing waves of agony that can incapacitate a grown human for an entire day. On the famous Schmidt-Sting Pain Index, the bullet ant sits alone at the very top, rating a perfect 4+. This potent weapon is not just for defense, but is a crucial tool for survival in a jungle full of enemies. Despite their fearsome reputation, they are also hard-working foragers, hunting small insects and collecting nectar to feed their hidden colony. They live in colonies located at the base of trees, where workers tirelessly patrol the trunk to protect their territory. Their mandibles are strong enough to slice through tough insect armor, but the stinger remains their primary weapon of mass destruction. Even larger predators in the Amazon know to avoid this black silhouette, understanding the terrible price of disturbing a bullet ant. For the Satir Mawe people, these ants are part of a brutal rite of passage, testing the endurance of young warriors. Enduring hundreds of stings simultaneously proves their courage, a testament to the respect humans hold for this tiny creature's power. When not fighting or hunting, they display a quieter side, carefully grooming themselves and maintaining the hygiene of the colony. Deep underground, the queen relies entirely on her loyal army of stinging daughters to ensure the next generation survives and thrives. The larvae are voracious eaters, demanding constant protein, which drives the workers to hunt relentlessly throughout the dense jungle floor. They are excellent climbers, patrolling the canopy to hunt insects that think they are safe high above the ground level. Before they strike, they often emit a screeching sound by rubbing body parts together, a final warning to back away. Their venom contains a neurotoxin called ponerotoxin, which blocks synaptic transmission in the central nervous system, causing paralysis and pain. Reaching lengths of over 1 inch, they are giants among ants, possessing the physical strength to match their potent chemical weaponry. Rain or shine, the bullet ant remains a dominant force, a creature that demands respect from every living thing nearby. But while the bullet ant is a solitary assassin, our next subject is a weapon of mass destruction, a living tide. Enter the world of the army ant, a nomadic super-organism that does not build permanent nests, but builds structures from bodies. The soldiers are equipped with oversized jaws that are useless for eating, but perfect for tearing apart any threat to the colony. Without eyes, they navigate by smell and touch, interlocking their legs to form living bridges, ramps, and walls for efficient travel. When the colony moves, it is a raid that flushes out every insect, spider, and small reptile in its path. Nothing is safe. Their strategy is simple: overwhelm with sheer numbers, pinning down prey and dismembering it while it is alive. They are the ultimate recyclers of the rainforest, stripping a carcass to the bone in minutes, leaving nothing behind but clean skeletons. At the center of this chaos is the queen, who can lay thousands of eggs every single day to replenish the ranks. At night they form a bivouac, a temporary nest made of their own bodies, protecting the queen and larvae inside. This living structure maintains a perfect temperature and humidity for the brood, a marvel of architectural engineering using only biological parts. They fearlessly attack other social insects, raiding wasp nests to steal larvae, engaging in aerial and ground combat simultaneously. Their raids are so effective that birds often follow the swarm, feeding on the desperate insects trying to escape the onslaught. The strength of a single army ant is negligible, but together, they act as a fluid entity capable of overcoming any obstacle. Even water cannot stop them. They can form floating rafts to survive floods or cross streams, drifting until they find land. They are the scouring pads of the jungle, cleaning the forest floor of weak, dead, or slow-moving creatures with ruthless efficiency. Vertebrates usually escape, but if trapped or injured, lizards, snakes, and even small mammals can fall victim to the billion bites. The soldier caste exists solely for defense, their jaws so large they cannot feed themselves and must be fed by workers. Their life is a cycle of nomadic raiding and stationary breeding, a rhythm dictated entirely by the reproductive needs of the queen. As quickly as they appear, they vanish into the deep jungle, leaving behind a silence that speaks of their deadly efficiency. Leaving the tropical swarms, we travel to the gardens of North America to meet a master of disguise and ambush. This is the wheel bug, named for the strange, cog-like structure on its back, a member of the assassin bug family. It moves with the slow, deliberate pace of a creature that knows it possesses a weapon against which there is no defense. Its weapon is a sturdy, curved beak called a rostrum, which it uses to stab prey and inject a lethal cocktail. It is an ambush predator, waiting patiently for hours until an unsuspecting insect wanders within range of its deadly reach. The strike is explosive. Once the beak penetrates, it injects toxic enzymes that liquefy the prey's insides almost instantly. This external digestion allows the wheelbug to consume prey much larger than itself, drinking the liquefied tissues like a smoothie. Within minutes, the struggle ceases, and the predator enjoys its meal, leaving behind nothing but an empty, dried-out exoskeleton. Its front legs are covered in tiny hairs and a sticky substance, ensuring that once it grabs you, escape is impossible. They are beneficial for gardens as they eat pests, but humans should beware. Their bite is reportedly more painful than a bee sting. The nymphs are bright orange and red, a warning coloration to predators that they are not a tasty snack to eat. Growing requires molting, a dangerous process where they shed their armor and remain vulnerable until their new exoskeleton hardens. The purpose of the wheel on its back remains a scientific mystery, though some theorize it may deter birds or absorb vibrations. Masters of patience, they will often camp out on flowers, turning a pollinator's feeding station into a deadly trap. Their sensory perception is acute, detecting the slightest vibration or movement of a potential meal wandering into their kill zone. Even armored beetles are not safe. The wheelbug skillfully finds the soft gaps between armor plates to deliver its lethal injection. The strength in their neck is phenomenal, allowing them to lift struggling prey into the air to prevent it from grabbing onto safety. From the garden, we move to the unforgiving desert, the arena for a duel between a giant spider and a nightmare wasp. This is the Tarantula Hawk, a wasp with a metallic blue body and fiery orange wings, warning colors that scream danger. Its target is the tarantula, a spider many times its size, which it does not kill, but enslaves for a darker purpose. The female wasp hunts tirelessly, sniffing out the spider's burrow, driven by the biological imperative to provide for her offspring. When they meet, it is a gladiator match. The spider relies on strength and fangs, but the wasp relies on speed and precision. The wasp dances around the spider, avoiding the lethal fangs, waiting for the perfect moment to deliver a single, paralyzing sting. The sting is delivered with surgical accuracy to a nerve center, instantly paralyzing the spider, but keeping it fully alive. Now the hard work begins. She must drag a burden 8 times her weight back to a burrow to serve as a living nursery. She lays a single egg on the spider's abdomen. When it hatches, the larva will have a fresh, living meal waiting for it. The larva eats the spider alive from the inside out, instinctively avoiding vital organs until the very end to preserve the meat. It is a macabre life cycle that inspired the movie Alien, nature's version of a horror story played out in the desert sand. Ironically, the adult wasps are vegetarian, feeding only on nectar. They only hunt spiders to feed their carnivorous babies. Their sting is rated second only to the bullet ant, described as blinding, fierce, and shockingly electric by those unlucky enough to be stung. They are the lords of the desert floor, a beautiful but terrifying reminder that nature is often cruel in its quest for survival. We now descend below the surface of freshwater ponds, where a predator lurks that is bold enough to hunt vertebrates. Meet the giant water bug, also known as the toe biter, an aquatic assassin that rules the murky depths of ponds and streams. Like an aquatic praying mantis, it waits in ambush, using its powerful front legs to snatch anything that swims too close. Its appetite is ambitious. It does not settle for just insects. It hunts fish, tadpoles, frogs, and even small snakes. Once caught, the prey is injected with digestive enzymes that liquefy its internal organs, similar to the method used by the wheel bug. They are known to take down prey much larger than themselves, earning them a top spot in the freshwater food chain. Surprisingly, the males are devoted fathers. The female glues her eggs to his back, and he carries them until they hatch. He protects the brood ferociously, surfacing regularly to aerate the eggs and keeping them clean from parasites and fungus. Though aquatic, they can fly to find new mates or water sources, often attracted to artificial lights, earning the name electric light bugs. Their hind legs are flattened like oars, allowing them to swim with speed and agility to chase down escaping prey. If threatened and unable to escape, they may play dead, going limp until the danger passes. Or they may deliver a painful bite. Their bite is excruciatingly painful to humans, causing swelling and throbbing pain that can last for hours, hence the warning to swimmers. When the eggs hatch, the tiny nymphs are immediately independent predators, ready to start their own reign of terror in the pond. Masters of stealth and strength, the giant water bug proves that even a quiet pond can hide a monster beneath the lilies. Emerging from the water to the open ground, we meet the speedster of the insect world, the cheetah of the microcosm. This is the tiger beetle. If humans could run as fast, relative to our size, we would sprint at nearly 500 miles per hour. They are the fastest running insects on Earth, predators that hunt by chasing down prey with blistering speed and agility. They run so fast that their brains cannot process visual information quickly enough, effectively blinding them during the sprint. This is why they run in short bursts. They must stop to see where the prey has gone before launching the next dash. Their mandibles are terrifying curved scimitars, perfectly designed to snatch moving prey and crush it into a manageable meal. Against a tiger beetle, escape is unlikely. They are relentless hunters, patrolling open ground where there is nowhere to hide. But the adult is not the only killer. The larva is a subterranean ambush predator, living in a vertical burrow in the ground. It waits for prey to walk over its head, then snaps backward like a loaded spring to drag the victim into the dark. Anchored by hooks on its back, the larva cannot be pulled out by struggling prey, ensuring the meal stays in the trap. They are also capable flyers, using short hops to escape larger predators or to cover ground quickly in search of mates. Even in romance, their mandibles play a role, as the male uses them to hold on to the female during mating to prevent being dislodged. Found all over the world, these beetles come in many colors, but their need for speed and hunger for flesh remain universal. Finally, we travel to the mountains of Asia to meet the ultimate insect warlord, a creature that haunts the nightmares of bees and humans. The Asian Giant Hornet is the largest hornet in the world, a heavily armored tank with a sting that can dissolve human tissue. Growing up to 2 inches long with a 3-inch wingspan, it dwarfs other wasps and possesses a terrifyingly aggressive temperament. Its broad orange head houses powerful muscles that drive mandibles capable of decapitating other insects in a fraction of a second. The true horror begins when a scout finds a honeybee hive. She marks it with a pheromone, summoning her sisters to war. A small squad of hornets can descend upon a hive of thousands of bees, initiating a slaughter known as the slaughter phase. The hornets do not sting the bees, they simply chop them up. Within hours, a few dozen hornets can kill 30,000 bees. Once the defenders are eliminated, the hornets raid the hive, stealing the nutrient-rich larvae to feed their own hungry young. However, native Japanese honeybees have a defense. They swarm the scout, vibrating to create a heat ball that cooks the hornet alive. It is a desperate evolutionary arms race. If the scout escapes, the hive dies. If the scout dies, the hive lives another day. The victors return home with meat paste made from their victims, a high-protein fuel that powers the growth of the next generation of killers. For humans, their venom is potent and dangerous, capable of causing tissue necrosis, and in rare cases of multiple stings, organ failure. They are so dangerous that removing a nest requires professional gear thicker than standard beekeeping suits to prevent the stingers from penetrating. From the Amazon to Japan, these 7 predators demonstrate that the natural world is a place of constant struggle and incredible adaptation. They may be small, but their impact on their ecosystems is massive, controlling populations and driving the evolution of their prey. By understanding these invisible monsters, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complex, brutal, and beautiful machinery of nature. We have witnessed speed, strength, venom, and strategy, all packed into creatures that could fit in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching Giant Discovery. Subscribe now to uncover more hidden wonders and terrifying truths from the natural world.